This is like the total hairball spot. Let me show you something really quick. This is what my truck did, trying to just get into this spot. Hey guys, we are on our way again to Lake Casitas. 3 goals for this video. A, some rest and relaxation. B, some birding photography. And C, I'm going to tell you about Campground O, or better known as Osprey, at Lake Casitas, California. Let's go. Now I picked Campground O. That was one of the few places I could find reservations at short notice, but it was also one of the campgrounds that does have lakeside campsites, and so I was able to grab campsite 58, which is, according to the map, it's close to the water, but when I look at it on Google Maps, it looks like it just has a view of the lake shore, so we're going to see about that. It is close to the RC airport for the remote control airplanes. Let's go check it out. So we made it to campsite 58. This is like the total hairball spot. Let me show you something really quick. This is what my truck did, trying to just get into this spot. But look at, you come down this hill, you got to make a sharp turn. It's gravel roads, and so we finally were able to back in. Small campsite, fire rings right there, 1 picnic table, not much shade. We have 1 tree. But what's cool is we have a little couch over here, so that'll be good for all the foxes to sit in. So here's a question for you. When you get to camp, when do you have your first drink? Whether it's your favorite beverage as a beer, soda, water, whatever it is, when do you do it? Do you do it before you get to camp? Do you do it right when you get to camp? Or do you set everything up and then have it? I want to know. And since we're car camping this time, we decided to try a Core 6-person cabin tent. Supposedly this thing, you can set it up in 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and set it up, and I'm going to try to do it in less than 5 minutes. We're all set up. This is a tiny camp. Look at our truck, barely fits in the driveway, and the tent all set up. This is the Core 6-man cabin tent. Got the chairs all set up, fire pit. We are hoping we're not too close to the tent with the fire, but we'll find out if everything burns down or not. Got the easy up. And very cool, our closest neighbor is right there. And then there's the view of the lake that we saw. And we're kind of looking down over the RC runway as well. This guy is literally begging for food. Look at, he came up, crawled up, and then laid down on his belly.
Not good.
The plan is tacos tonight.
One ball, no strike. Otani on Wednesday night, 3 hits and 2 walks.
All right, so there wasn't much star photography last night. A fog kind of rolled in early last night, and it's now here early in the morning. So we're having our coffee, and looks like there's not going to be much photography this morning. If you're not from this area, this is actually very typical summer weather for us, June through August. There's a red-tailed hawk that we've seen him here at the lake. You recognize the lighter colors on his head, and he looks bigger than last year. Hey, sing your song.
Oh, Haley.
The mockingbird can have a very pleasant song if it's sung during the day, but if you have to listen to it all night long, it loses its pleasancy very quickly. Very challenging cooking on a blackstone that's on a steep angle, constantly dragging things back to the middle. So just in this eucalyptus tree right here, this oriole has been playing games with us and keeps on showing up, and every time I get my camera out, he takes off. But I'm gonna get him one of these times. And at one time there was a male and a female. All right, heading down to the lake shore, seeing how far it is from our camp to get down there. It's kind of a windy road. It's not like a straight path, but you can see our camp over there. It's only a 5-minute walk, but this is the lake access from Camp O, and it's got a fence around most of it. There's the model airplane landing strip, so you don't really want to go down there. So it's not like as accessible as some of the other campsites here at the lake. Every stretch of this lakeshore has its own signature of local wildlife. Around every bend, you may spot something new, different bird, hidden movement in the reeds, and life all along the water. It's a living, changing showcase of nature everywhere you look. So a couple thoughts about Camp O. There's a few spots I think I would have rather gotten. This is number 64, which is pretty cool view. But one thing I've noticed is all the hills here, they're pretty steep. So you're going uphill and downhill, and then sometimes uphill, then downhill, and then back uphill again.
You feel the burn.
Yeah, so it kind of makes you think twice about making all your trips. There are no structures of bathrooms, so there's just porta potties, but they are clean. So the birding's been satisfying. It's been a little more difficult than years past. We've actually had to go out and find them. So far we've seen the scrub jay and quite a few of them. Several orioles, there's a pair of them too that seems to be coming by our camp. Phoebe, we've seen some snowy white egrets. There's been a nut-owl woodpecker that's been flying around, and he did come to our camp yesterday. Hopefully he comes back again. One of the benefits of being at a lake near the ocean is we get that ocean breeze to cool things off, no matter how hot it is inland. So these are the pros from campsite 58.
Check it out.
We did have a view of the lake. We did have good privacy. There was only one camp that really looked down on us, so that was nice. And the cons would be just the difficulty backing into the campsite, the smallness of the campsite, but all in all, it was a good camping experience.